Yo, love, the greatest feeling in the world. Let's talk about it.
Talking about love, talking about love. Walking looking for love, looking for love. Talking about love, talking about love. Walking looking for love, looking for love. Talking about love, talking about love. Are you talking to me? Talking to me. Looking for love, looking for love. Are you looking for me? Looking for me.
Don't look back, cause the back is behind me. I really don't know where the future will find me. Cruising on down the Upendo road with my love lights on in the full beam mode. I'm searching, shining, my light in the night. The love is blinding, I'm losing my sight, but I won't give up without a fight. Well, I keep on searching for my love tonight.
Talking about love, talking about love. Walking looking for love, looking for love. Talking about love, talking about love. Walking looking for love, looking for love. Talking about love, talking about love. Are you talking to me? Talking to me. Looking for love, looking for love. Are you looking for me?
Hi, I'm Kiki Love, and welcome to Chicken and Chips, where all your favorite things are served on one plate. We're talking music, news, entertainment, comedy, and much, much more. Today, we're talking about health clinics. They are all over Uganda, and it's important that we visit them to get tested and treated for sexually transmitted diseases. I'm very fortunate to have as my special guest, Juliet, who is a nurse and midwife. Thank you, Juliet, for joining us for some chicken and chips. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, Kiki. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So, with your job, can you tell us what is involved with testing?
We usually cancel those people, then draw their blood after.
And when you say counseling, what does that mean?
Counseling usually it means like providing them information to prepare them for any results that may come out in the end.
That's very important. And so, how do you think people feel when they visit your clinic?
Some people are comfortable because they know what they're doing, and some are nervous.
And when they're nervous, then what do you do to make them feel better?
We do talk to them and calm them down.
That's fantastic. Well, like I said, health clinics are everywhere, even in Katwe Corner. Let's see how our friends there deal with going for a visit.
At a tender age of 15 years old, I don't think I would have the guts to approach any of these health centers to ask them any kind of question, because I would fear that they would ask me back. They would eventually investigate and find out that maybe I want to have sex, and maybe they would get to my mom and my dad, and and I would get beaten, I would get kicked out of school. So I wouldn't want to take such a risk.
It's a taboo, in our culture, talking sex.
Because everybody does it.
Every time you're standing in front of whoever will be selling you, for example, a condom or morning after pill,
you're asking yourself what they are thinking.
They are just thinking, I know what you're going to do, or I know what you did last night.
I don't know whether it's an instinctual taboo.
It's a taboo.
It's in, I don't know if it's inborn or it is what is instilled in us by people who, I don't know. It's just hard. For malaria, I would certainly go and say, I'm sick, I have malaria. Of course, but a health problem relating to anything to do with the reproductive system, it's very difficult for me to.
Yeah, they would say you've been careless.
Yeah, you've been careless. What did you do? And maybe they're rebuking you, and you don't want people to be in your face. So I think that is really something that maybe needs to be addressed to get people to understand that there's nothing wrong. Nobody is going to condemn you. Nobody is going to judge you because you've sought help.
It's rare for a young person 15 to walk into a center and pick a brochure or ask a doctor for something or that. He has to be sick. If he has something like a rash, he asks a friend. This information moves.
I know, very fast.
Especially wrong information. It moves very fast.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
what do you think are the barriers of accessing these services to the youth? What do you think?
Number one is shyness. These things, there's a reason we call them private parts. Huh? So everything about it is so private. You can't just open to a stranger.
You know how our society has trained us. Sex is bad. Sex is wrong. You have an STD. Oh my God, where did you get it? You were having sex. Huh? Not many people believe or know you actually can get that from a toilet. I remember I was in S3. I got that infection. The toilets were dirty. The hygiene at school was not good. So I contracted an itch, and I went to my dad. Because he was the one supposed to give me the money. Of course, he was like, I hope you've not gone having sex and you're bringing for me to treat. And it was so painful. So that is also a barrier, because you see the way he answered me, he said it like I've already done it and I'm bringing for him to treat.
Yeah.
Tell me nicely. Ask me now, you're my father.
I can want to take a test for HIV. Even the guys that have been conducting this, they make you feel guilty.
They actually scare you.
Myself, I have ever had a kind of a rash on my hand. And because of no access to knowledge, I tried to look for books to read about the symptoms of syphilis. And one of them was kind of a rash. But then I'd never slept with nobody. But I read also that syphilis can be got through contact, with the skin contact and so on. And I thought this is how I got it. But there was no way I was going to be caught dead saying I have syphilis. Whom did I sleep with? Trust me, I went and gave myself self-medication. I overdosed myself. Up to now, I think my stomach is unstable for just that.
I also actually had an experience like that. I bathed in a bathroom and I got some stuff on, is it called a foot fungus or something? And I looked at my feet, I was like, yes, it's supposed to be syphilis. Yeah, I said, whatever this is, I'm not going to take a test.
For me, it drove me to actually go and take the test.
I didn't go take a test.
I said, now that I've finished the dose, let me go and take the test. So I had to gather all the courage I had in the world. I remember the lab technician asking, what test? And I nearly changed my mind to say diarrhea or something. And then I said, syphilis. And I think that our health facilities also need to be trained how to destigmatize this access of facility. Be made to understand that these are normal day things that happen to their teenagers. It would be very easy. The health centers should find ways of making sure that people trust them.
We need health services.
Did what you just hear in Katwe Corner segment of our show ring a bell? Did the conversations the puppets were having on screen sound like the ones people would have in real life? That's because those were real life conversations. We do not script the show. We do not use voice actors. What we do is record audio from actual discussions among peers.
Right? Or you look at it and you're like, oh, I imagine. I think men just want more.
Cut it down to short segments. and then bring it back to life using puppets. That is why Katwe Corner is one-of-a-kind reality show. The first puppet reality show in Africa. Stay tuned for more. Some of our friends at Katwe Corner seemed a little nervous at the clinic, but at least they were there. What do you do to encourage people to go to clinics and get tested?
Usually what we do, those who are outside, we carry out health talks. We can do them through posters so that they know what they're supposed to test for. And those who are there and are scared, we usually talk to them and make them know that the information is really not communal. It's going to be confidential between him and the doctor who has worked on him, or the nurse, whichever person he has got there. Then also, we make them know the impact of the disease that he's having in his life. So it's better he gets tested and get to know what his status could be.
Oh, all those things are very important and reassuring. Thank you. And now this.
They go in health centers like clinics, farmers, and so on.
Like sometimes we receive the healthy services from the Kodrango, Makere Kodrango. We have a university hospital.
And the other local people at times can even ask their, could I say, local consultants, minor local health providers as well, who can also help in terms of providing contraceptive advice when there are village health teams as well.
We have many. We have Mary Stores, the other side. There is Mook University Hospital. If Mulago, Mulago is near.
Sometimes they seek for reproductive health information from those elders who are at least having some information about them.
Others also do come at schools, to lecture the students at schools about the reproductive health services.
Because they're youth friendly.
Yeah, I can say they are youth friendly. Reason being, when they go, they can get condoms free of charge, and they get also advice of how to use them.
Yes, they are. They are youth friendly because they are counselors that talk to the youth, tell them about reproductive health, and advise them accordingly.
Yeah, they are youth friendly because they provide services that are important, that benefit the youths and the society.
Some are youth friendly and others are not. Now, for example, like if you're going to seek the information from an elder, then sometimes you feel so shy to share personal information with them. And then the other thing is if it is going in, for example, the health centers, some medical attendants may ask for some fee, and of which some youth are unable to meet.
They are youth friendly. What I appreciate in Makere University Hospital, most of the times when you go there, they actually welcome you very well, and they are so friendly to us.
Family planning, and I think how youth can protect themselves from STDs and STIs. Yeah.
Of course, to know my status, to know how my life is, the status of my life, whether I'm safe or I need some treatment, that will be okay, So I have to go to the health service and search whether I'm okay.
I would want to be handled as an adult. I don't want someone to look at me and be like, you've got to expert at handling. But I'm an adult. I want to be treated as an adult. And we understand that things are normal. These things are normal. And privacy is key.
Confidentiality. Yeah.
It should be youth friendly. The other thing, we like keeping something secret, so confidentiality as well as privacy should be emphasized. The other, I should feel free to interact with you, the health worker. I should actually feel as if I'm talking to, can I say, a father, a mentor.
First is religion. Yeah, there are some religions that forbid people from going to these health to get the health services. Yeah, then there's also tradition. Some traditions also do forbid. And some people are also fearful, others are shy, they don't want to know about such things.
Number one thing that prevents them is ignorance. And under this, there are misconceptions which some people might say that one method of contraception might make you omugumba, like infertile. Others say that it reduces fertility. Others might say it will harm you in this way.
Fear, and some people, you know, hospitals reveal a lot about your health. Eh? Really? A lot. You can get news you've not been wanting to know. People fear.
There's that other economic part of it, whereby like you can't meet the costs which are sometimes asked, though not all places ask for money.
And sometimes it's peer group influence. Like not everyone is ready to receive the information. And sometimes you may be ready to receive the information, but the people you stay with may be there and they may discourage you from receiving them. Then another thing, the problem is like where we go to receive the information. Sometimes like you need privacy.
They fear to know what they don't know. Some people fear to be told the truth. So they be like, why should I go? What if they tell me this? They fear to know what they don't. Actually, they fear to tell them what they don't want to hear.
Some people are located in remote areas where the services might not reach in time, and those services sometimes they are expensive. They incur some charges whereby some people are poor,
muzikiza mumpeo wa mututu nakatumusiza muzikiza akariro mama wekatirira manyakocha nayatewe tutuka muzikiza kakume tutukazikiza yumira matesa momanengero sumulula aone wetukesa oturone njala nyabo bibula tekala bikalwa bwabu atewe sijjamu nangene kabula kuda jetulaga tunatukana babaseka banasirika uomere mpafu chimugumiriza na mugumikiriza kasitukiriza era wembana kuyisa bubikuli munanga sasira kuma tula daira kuruno nebigamba siri biwulira kira onyambe kowano tukuma kaliro kafe tuve mu butiti sewo
That was great. I'm back with midwife and nurse Juliet. Can you tell us if your clinic is youth friendly?
Yeah, it's very friendly.
Ah, that's fantastic. I would love to hear what...
Help! I've escaped from a Rema music video.
Ah! And now this.
After every 3 months, at least I have to make sure that I go for health checkup.
It was last month.
I do regular health checkups at least once monthly.
It was last month and I went with her.
Since I'm still a student, I'm not yet married, I was alone.
Ah, okay, I have no partner.
It was a health camp, and my partner was not there, so I had to go alone.
I think it was with a friend. Went to a big clinic, I think. It makes you confident that let's go together to do this. We have to do this. We have to be healthy.
Then I always go alone. I've never gotten a chance of convincing my girlfriend to go with her.
I went, of course, to confirm my status, to know my body status.
I normally go for health checkups because I'm a donor, I donate blood, so I have to know my health.
I wanted to check whether UTI or STD, one of it.
Because I need to know the status about my life and how my life is standing.
I wanted also to know her status, Yeah, to know whether she's also okay or she's also,
No, I've not yet gone. Yeah.
How can I protect myself? How can I guide myself from terrible diseases? How can I guide? How can I stop? And how can I stop that spread of diseases in youth and my society?
What is an ideal contraceptive? Because each can have some advantages, another can have disadvantages.
I would ask, what is the most efficient? What would he recommend here as a person to me? Because I don't expect him to tell me to put I'm not yet married. I cannot. I expect him to tell me what is best.
What are some of at least the new plans or the new strategies which are being laid so as to reduce on this increasing, to reduce on the increasing healthy problems.
Maybe you're engaging in relationship and you want to avoid the early pregnancies. Sometimes you may use contraceptives, but then the bad thing is they have some disadvantages.
About contraception, because there are rumors that, okay, I hear people say that there are some contraceptive things, some of them are dangerous, they are not healthy, like cutting the fallopian tubes, that's dangerous, and most especially for young girls, yeah, those ones who have not yet given birth, so it's a bit risky for them.
I love her. Yeah.
They should keep healthy. They should go for health checkups. They should be healthy. Yes, I know your stand.
The message I have today for my beloved ones is you people to protect yourselves. Love your body. First love yourself and love other people.
Only message I can send to them is knowing the status of their lives and being faithful.
My loved one, for that I would like to appreciate my mom, because she's a single mother who has brought me up. She has struggled. She's both a mom and dad to me. I send her all my due gratitude.
I love him so much. Who is that? Yeah, he's Moses.
Yeah, I send my greetings to my friends, my family. I love them so much.
Well, it looks like we've come to the end of another one. But before we go, let's see if we can answer a question our friends had for a healthcare provider like Juliet. So, tell us, is there an ideal contraceptive?
Well, it just depends on somebody's needs. They come to the clinic, we give them a variety, educate them about them, then they choose according to their needs.
Oh, that's great. So they really need to come visit the clinic?
Yes, they do.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us for Chicken and Chips. We hope by next week you'll be hungry for more.
Hey, what's the address of your clinic? I should probably get down there. You know what they say about us rabbits?
Yo, love, the greatest feeling in the world. Let's talk about it.
Talking about love, talking about love. Looking for love, looking for love. Talking about love, talking about love. Looking for love, looking for love. Talking about love, talking about love. Are you talking to me? Talking to me. Looking for love, looking for love. Are you looking for me? Looking for me.
Don't look back, cause the back is behind me. I really don't know where the future will find me. Cruising on down the Upendo Road with my love lights on in the full beam mode. I'm searching, shining, my light in the night. The path is blinding, I'm losing my sight, but I won't give up without a fight. Gonna keep on searching for my love tonight.